Well, diabetes is a problem for millions of Americans, and it can be deadly, but you can make changes to reduce your risk. Here with us now is Dr. Patterson of Restore Wellness Center. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Stacy. Glad to be here.
And so, you know, we talk about health really at the beginning of the year. You want to kickstart your health journey, but the summer, are people kind of in a slide when it comes to their health?
Yeah, too many people aren't focused on what's going on with their health. We don't give enough attention to what we're doing to our health right now and how it's going to affect our health in the future.
And so diabetes is what we're focusing on today. How many Americans would you say have diabetes?
So 30 million Americans have diabetes, and the really shocking fact is 7,200,000 of those don't even know they have diabetes.
Wow. And so how would you find out that you have diabetes? What are some of the symptoms you may be noticing that would prompt you to go to the doctor?
Increased frequency of urination, increased thirst, weakness, tiredness, dizziness, and craving of sweets. All those things can be signs of diabetes.
And so we talk about, you know, is diabetes something that's hereditary?
Absolutely. There are several risk factors for diabetes, and genetics is only one of them. Being overweight, having high blood pressure, having a family history is an important thing. Being inactive, not exercising, a bad diet, and increased stress. All those are risk factors for diabetes.
And so there's also something called prediabetes, and explain to us what that actually means.
So prediabetes is actually the startup phase of diabetes. It's actually a form of diabetes, sometimes called the metabolic syndrome, but it's diabetes starting out. And basically it's when you're losing control of your glucose and you're becoming resistant to the insulin your body makes. And this is where diabetes starts, and this is the time when action can be taken and diabetes can be reversed.
And so with this diabetes epidemic, what do you think as a professional, what is causing this epidemic and so many people having diabetes?
So I think the appropriate way to ask questions like that is to look at the paleo perspective. What conditions were our bodies under when we developed the protoplasm, the humanity that we have? And we had a much more laid-back lifestyle. We didn't have the stress. We had a better diet, and we were much more active. These days, all those things are working against us, and you can basically list off all the risk factors for diabetes. Our lives have changed in those ways. So our lives aren't being lived out in the way that we were built to live, and that's what causes our diabetes. Too much stress, bad diet, not enough activity.
And so what can we do about it now before we do develop diabetes?
Well, first off, get it explored. Check your blood sugar, see what it is. Ask your doctor for a hemoglobin A1C or for a diabetes test, and he'll know what to do about that. All of us need to eat less concentrated sweets, and we need to be more active. We need to be more active. We actually need to exercise. And stress. Stress is prevalent in our society, and that contributes to all diseases.
And so, you know, stress comes with a lot of things, jobs, just family life. What are some ways that we can de-stress and kind of hopefully get some stress out of our life?
So I think one really important change is conceptual, and that's to realize that stressors are outside of us. It becomes stress when we let it inside of us. And to realize the things that happen that we consider stress, it's not stress, it's only stress when we let it inside. So building some walls, realizing that the things that are happening out there don't have to come inside, that's the first step to handling stress.
And so I think you have a few seminars coming up to kind of share your knowledge with people out there. Explain to us which seminars you have coming up and who would be good for those.
Okay, we have a stress hormones and health seminar coming up. I think that's July 10th, and that's good for all audiences, all kinds of problems, including diabetes. We have a brain seminar coming up. You'll have to check the website about the date on that. And I think on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken, we have a diabetes seminar coming up, but restorewellness.com can give you all that information.
Okay, well, we appreciate you coming on the show today and gracing us with your knowledge. If you would like to contact Restore Wellness Center, they are located at 4601 Buffalo Gap Road in Suite B1. There are 2 upcoming seminars, as he just talked about. On July 10th, you can learn about stress hormones and health, and on July 31st, you can learn about reversing diabetes. For more information, you can call 704-5069 or go to restorewellnesscenter.com.